What up, everybody? Tommy Paul here, coming at ya with the very first episode of the Tommy Paul Cast. It's like a podcast for social media. It's not that serious, not that strict. You might learn something, you might learn nothing. Who knows? It's all up in the air, it's all a test, it's all for fun. Long story short, kind of had a bad run-in with a female in the great city of New York, and got a bit slowed down in my career. But anyway, now I'm back coming at ya in my new setup in Uptown Manhattan. I got the camera, I got the light, I got a little fake plant that looks nice on video when I'm sitting next to it. So anyway, basically, I have a lot of regrets from not doing the things that I could have done, should have done faster, and what not. But that's what it is. I know that not that many people really give a fuck anyway. So let me just jump right into it. Basically, how this is going to work is I'm going to talk about the shit that I like to talk about. It might be with myself and it might be with other people. Either way, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to learn. I'm going to grow. I'm going to talk about cool shit. So yeah, in the meantime, I've also been a craft mixologist here in Manhattan. And I will eventually be making more videos about making drinks and being a bartender and things like that for those who might need it or might want to see it or might want to become a bartender. Who knows? We'll see. So something like that. So yeah, basically what I'm doing is making videos about shit that I like to do, and if you guys like the same shit as me, then maybe you can watch them too. If not, that's fine too, because there's plenty of people that like the same shit as me. And also I'm having a good time. So anyway, first things first, I'd like to talk a little bit about the UFC. Because I live in New York, I am excited about this upcoming UFC fight coming up in Brooklyn. Tony Ferguson had to pull out of the fight because he got injured. Alright, here's the catch. Tony Ferguson is a tough guy. I'm a fan of Tony Ferguson, let's get that straight. Tony Ferguson, who's a tough guy, who looks like he's going to war every time he gets into the octagon, hurt himself supposedly by tripping over an electrical wire because he was fucking walking inside with his sunglasses on. Now look, this is all just speculation. I don't know if it's true or not. It seems like there's not really much evidence to support or not support it. But I do have to say, it does seem a little bit fishy that the guy this tough would hurt himself with such a stupid excuse or not excuse or reason. Even if that is true, it's actually probably more embarrassing than if it's not true. Again, still a fan of Tony Ferguson. I just gotta say it like it is. On the flip side of it, I can say, like he said, he would have made millions of dollars. So even if he was scared, which I don't think he is, to fight Khabib, he still is losing a lot of money, and I don't think he wanted that. So at this point, I really can't say which is which or what's true. I really just don't have a clue. But here comes Max Holloway to the rescue, coming in, stepping up, and fighting at 155 for the real champion. I liked Max Holloway before because he's a surfer and all that cool shit, but I like him a lot better now, just because he was willing to take this fight on 6 days' notice against a guy who's 25-0, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yeah, it's Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov. So anyway, it's all up in there. It's all just speculation at this point. I can say Tony Ferguson has taken a lot of heat on Twitter for the whole finagle. Now, let me just mention again, I'm not a fanboy. I don't really give a shit about either side of the story. But I gotta say, I did enjoy reading some of these tweets and retweets on Tony's page. Nate Diaz says, LOL, these guys can't even make it to war. It's kind of funny hearing Nate Diaz say LOL. I don't know why. I think hopefully some people probably agree with me. Tony Ferguson, to which Tony Ferguson says, stay in your lane, Nathan. Last time I checked, you ducked your whole roster. Can't fight in a war if you never sign up for battle. So anyway, that was not as funny as Conor McGregor saying, these fools pull out more times than I do with my dick. can't pull out a fight you can't pull out if you never fight, McNuggets. Stay in your lane, McDucker. Good job staying ready. Anyway, don't get into the Twitter battles too much. It did make me giggle. Maybe it'll make you giggle as well. Below that we have Rose Namajunas fighting Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Rose from Colorado. Holla. Shout out to Rose Namajunas. I'm a big fan of both of these fighters. I like Rose a lot just because she's from Colorado, and so am I. But I got to say, my honest gut feeling tells me she's probably not going to win this fight, although I do want her to. It's just that Joanna Jędrzejczyk is such a different beast in the striking world. But either way, it's going to be awesome to see them go to war and brawl and all that good stuff, because they're both great strikers, and I am really excited about that. So, moving right along, what the future looks like for me, this channel, a podcast, whatever. So right now this podcast is not going to be on any of the standard podcast formats that you traditionally think of. I'm more of a believer in the social media and video aspect of everything. So it's going to be mostly videos. I am going to try to bring guests on. I am going to try to do maybe one long form podcast per week, just in the sense that there's going to be very little video editing. It's going to be pretty much unbroken videos. I'm going to talk about news, things that are interesting to me, things that I read, things that maybe you can learn from, maybe I can learn from you if you comment and shit like that. Maybe we can all learn from each other. Maybe I'm going to talk about other YouTube videos and things that I learned from, but mostly stuff when it comes to do with growth, a little bit of growth, but a little bit of news when it comes to news that I care about, no politics or anything like that. And so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in some of the same shit as me. Tomorrow I'm going to be dropping pretty much my first real video in quite a while, and it is about the top, most interesting, if you will, long hairstyles that we've seen in the UFC recently. Just a sort of intertwining of some things that I'm interested in personally. You're definitely going to see me do book reviews, podcast reviews, and suggestions, even audiobooks and stuff like that I'm listening. Basically whatever is sort of new things that I've been getting into recently. Yes, anyway, getting back to what I was talking to before about the UFC, because I'm a scatterbrained monkey and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So for those of you who don't know, here's what happened, basically. Brian Ortega, who's right now my favorite fighter in the UFC, came out and said that he accepted to fill in for Tony Ferguson and fight Khabib Nurmagomedov instead of Max Holloway, but supposedly Max Holloway was the fight. That's all just speculation. These are things that I hear, things that I see floating around the internet. And if it is true, that only heightens my sort of fanboy attitude towards Brian Ortega, if you will. I'm not really a fanboy, I'm just a huge fan of the way he fights and how he wears his hair and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that is about it. I can't say that I have anything really more else that's exciting to say, except for I got this cool little lion behind me now, so everything's different.